We are at Stoughton. We're here for some carp and some bass. We're gonna fish for carp in the mill pond, and then of course, bass over there. We're gonna start with the mill pond. A lot of carp in there. Hopefully they'll bite. Sometimes they just don't bite for no apparent reason, but we'll see. We got our corn baited. This is a pretty fished area because it's very close to the locals. The pond is only pretty much deep right in front of the dam. Otherwise it's like 3 feet everywhere. But that doesn't really matter. There's plenty of fish in here. Just gonna throw it out and then place it in a holder and hope to catch something big. But in terms of like goodness of fishing spots, in my opinion, both Dunkirk and Indian Ford. Dunkirk's about 3 or 4 miles away. Indian Ford is about 15 miles away. They're both much better than this place in my opinion. But you know, some people disagree. So hopefully we get some big ones here. All right, nothing's hitting the bottom bait, so we're gonna toss some corn with a bobber. I know Staf will hit this if it's there. The problem is I don't know if it's there or not. Cause yeah, not really sure how many fish are actually here. The carp usually hit pretty hard, but not hitting at all today. I think we finally got a bite here. That is definitely a bite. Finally, after all this time, I didn't think I was gonna get one. Okay, gotta tighten it. That's definitely not a bullhead. Good carpio. It's been a long time. It's like, okay, it's definitely playing with me in the reeds here. Unless that's a catfish, which I don't think it is, but there's so many reeds here. That's probably why it's really, really hard to get a bite right now. There's so many freaking reeds here. Look at that noise. It's definitely a carp, but it's stuck under reeds. This is a challenging one. Okay, I think I got it out of the reeds. But it feels like it's either a really big carp, it's not, or it feels like it's stuck on the bottom. Nope, there it is. Carpio. Carpio, all right, I finally got one. Finally got one. Common carp. All right, people. Come up, carp. Had a long time getting you. Long time getting you, but you're finally here. This one wasn't actually that far off, but it's stuck in like all the reeds. All right, let me go get the net. I should learn that I always need the net. But, you know, whatever. So they are biting a little bit today, not very much. I'll probably bite later at dusk as well. So common carpio. Might actually go to Indian Ford later today. Haven't been to that place in a while. But common carp. I also want to catch like a giant fish at Indian Ford, but man, this is like 1 pound of carp plus like 3 pounds of reeds. That's why this fight is so hard. It's not because of the carp itself. The carp itself is probably 6-7 pounds, and that's not really a challenge for me at all. But these reeds, man, these freaking reeds. All right, net expansion jutsu. There we go. There weren't all these reeds here at the mill pond. It's probably like close to a 10 pounder, but probably like 6-7 pounder. These are always fun to pull in because, well, they just are. All right. Common carpio. All right, how do I even, I think it's a little tired because of the long fight, but you can see it's probably 6-7 pounds. It ain't a giant. It ain't a giant. I still got to be careful because the hook's really small, but I need to get my net under it. There we go. Common carp. Nice fish there. Just a couple of pounds. And I think it's already off the hook. And yeah, very nice fish. Got a common. It's actually a pretty small common carp for this place, but at least I got one. Common carp. All right, we're gonna take this little carpio, just throw them back in the pond. Don't really need carp, but they're fun to catch. See a carp, boom, and off it goes. It's actually pretty deep right off the end, so it's gonna walk right off. All right, Stoughton wasn't very good. So we're here at Merwin now. This is the Yahara still, but it's very, very close to the Yahara's confluence of the rock. There's a couple of deep pools here. There's one right over there where all that foam is. We're definitely throwing it over there because you can see the water is deeper over there. There's one right along where that tree is. I think it drops off to maybe about 5, maybe a little bit more here. You can see the dark waters on that side. It's definitely deeper over there. And then that bend area with the limestone cliffs. And there's also a lot of structure over there. So if there ever would be a flathead coming up from the rock, they could definitely be around this area. All right, we have our set here. We're gonna try to toss kind of like where that swirl is on that side. It's definitely deeper over there. That's pretty good. So we're gonna just settle it right there and hopefully we can get a fish. That's something on this pole. Just don't want to get it triggered on that log. Is that a fish? Yeah, that is a fish. I really don't want to get it triggered on the log because getting it triggered on the log would be bad. I think it got triggered on something. Might be my other rod. I need to bring, the problem with like this is like, these fish always want to get triggered on that log. It's a drum. It's a small one, and I'm gonna keep it for bait because I'm running out of worm bait. So that's going to be bait. Take a look at a little drum bud. He's going to be gato fish bait because I do need some catfish bait. And I do think there are cats here. Before we execute our little drum bud and make him catfish bait, we are going to toss one near this like very, very close pool here, like by that log, without getting it stuck on the log, hopefully, because that water is actually quite deep there. Even though it's very close to shore, there is a very deep, dark pool there. And I do think there definitely is some potential just like right in front of us. I don't want to get it too close to the log because that would get it stuck, but I don't think the log really goes under. I think like just right in front of that log bend. That's a very, very deep position on the river. I'm just gonna put the pole right here and hopefully it doesn't get caught on the wood because it definitely could. All right, I got this drum head on a big hook. There are a lot of small fish in that river, in that part of the river. There's gotta be at least one big one in there. And all I really need is maybe like a 7-pound fish to make my day today. And so I'm not asking for all that much. You toss it way over there in the river, near the log over there. So if there's like a big catfish hiding in that log, it'll smell this because it's right upstream and hopefully it'll nuke it. And if it nukes it, I'm gonna have a good day. I threw this thing right in front of me. I'm pretty sure it's got a fish. I don't know what it is, but like that log obviously has one. Oh, there it is. That log had a fish. It's, oh no, I gotta get it. I got to get it unwrapped in that log. No, or I gotta get it over the log. One of those two. Oh, got it over the log. Nice, 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 nice. Got it over the log. What is it? Is that a catfish? Is that a gato fish? Like right in front of me. That is indeed a channel gato fish. Oh man, they come really, really close to shore, but it is actually really deep where that log is. So I might throw like a smaller cut bait out there, but channel catfish, very, very nice catfish. Channel catfish. There we go, we can see it clearer now. Bringing in the channel on the Yahara out Berwyn. Not bad. Channel catfish. Channel catfish, probably like a pound. Nice eater size, nothing glorious though. There's definitely something trying to bite my big bait, but I doubt it's big enough. So we're gonna let this little channel catfish go. See a channel catfish, gato back into the water. There's a lot of minnows here, by the way. It's probably what they're eating. So there it goes. I can actually tell there are several fish trying to hit my big one, but it is a really, really big bait. So they're probably not able to hit it. But I'm gonna toss it right in front of me again because it's like 5 feet deep right there. And put it back in because that did not take very long at all for a fish to actually take my bait. Get several interesting nicks on that other bait, but I think the drum head is just too big. And I'm gonna switch up to a smaller bait. And I think something will hit it pretty fast and I'll have another fish. That did not take very long, I don't think. I think something actually just hit it. I don't know if it actually hung on though. Did it hang on? Yes, got one. Ah, that took like all of 2 minutes. This does not feel like a big fish though, it's just fighting hard against the current. Yeah, there's a lot of catfish in that little pool right there. I think it's coming into contact with my other string, unfortunately, because it does not want to give up. It's not a big fish, but it is a catfish, I do believe, since it took my cut bait. And it was probably one of the fish that's trying to... There we go, that is a channel catfish. No flatheads yet. But that's another catfish, about a pound or two. That's a fat one too. Nice one, channel catfish. Seems like that pool over there is full of catfish like this. About a pound or two, very nice eater size, see a fish. And it got those right off. My strategy of looking at the catfish, it's working, bros, it's working. Just a smaller piece of bait now. This one's slightly larger than the other one, and a smaller hook, and they will bite. All the way in there. Hopefully something hits. My spidey sense is tingling. Has definitely, I think, got a fish already. It's the third one. It takes like 1 minute for these fish to hit. That's definitely a fish. But none of these fish are that big. I think this Yahara is like around here, that pool here. That's full of like, probably like 1 to 2 pound fish. But I'm okay with that because it makes good content, actually. Makes good contento. All right, let's see what we got here. Probably another one, about the same size. Got another channel. Is that another channel catfish? Indeed it is. Channel gato fish. A lot of them. They're all about the same size. I'm still looking for that giant. That one's doing a channel catfish death roll. But channel catfish, it likes the bait. Really likes the bait. Channel catfish. The Yahara is full of these things. All right, see ya, catfish. But I don't even have time. Look at that. Look at that. My bait in the middle has caught a fish. What fish it is, I don't really know. This will be channel catfish number 4. Man, right after dark, they hit hard. They do hit hard. I think that's probably a channel. Could be a walleye, I guess. No, it's a smaller channel. Channel catfish. A lot of channels here. Catfish number 4 on the Yahara. Oh, I get my worm back too. That's very nice. All right, channel, see ya. Hops over the log and goes off. I keep casting into this like deeper channel spot over here. About halfway. That's where I caught the smaller channel. That's fine, because I'm good with that. All right, that's good. And we'll see if another one bites. I'm out to get the minnow bucket because there's so many minnows here on the Yahara. And you are allowed to actually fish for minnows on the Yahara. Well, not fish, like collect minnows on the Yahara to use as bait. That's perfectly fine. And we already have another fish. Can't even go out to the parking lot for like 2 seconds without getting a bite. That's just how ridiculous the catfishing is here right now. Unfortunately, none of them are that big, and none of them are the flat-headed type, I don't think. They're all channels, and they're all eater size. But that's fine. It's still pretty good action. Just not looking for fish for dinner. There we go. All about the same size, about a pound or two. But, you know, not bad. Good action. Another channel catfish. All right, that catfish is like a giant sand ball now, but let's go back into the water, see a fish. Man, there's so many of them here. So many of them here. The only place that can rival this kind of action, even at night, I found is the Menesha at Marshall. The fish are a little bit bigger there though. But I think this water is better. The water quality here is definitely better and healthier than the Menesha, so the fish here are probably better. Very close running water. Very good, but no big fish, at least not yet. Since the Yahara is not a VHS water, you are allowed to use the minnows here as bait. I do see a snapping turtle. That could be what was like over there. But I'm not having too much trouble with snapping turtles because the water in that pool is actually pretty deep. It seems to be full of gato fish, not snappage turtles. But it does seem pretty easy to get a couple of minnows here. Although not quite as easy as on the rock of the Wisconsin. There still seem to be a lot of them here. They are in slightly deeper water though. They're not that big, so I have to catch a lot of them. I got like 3 right there. I'm gonna get a couple more, hopefully make a bait. Well, I got some of those minnows on the hook. They're kind of small. They're not like the Dell's minnows, which are massively giant. They're kind of small. It takes like 5 or 6 just to make one decent bait. But walleye, which are also here, I believe, are more likely to bite this. So maybe we can get some eyes and not just some gato fish. I don't mind the gato fish, but the walleye or 2 would be pretty nice. There's a pretty big snapping turtle over there. Okay, a little bit further cast than I'm used to, but we'll get that. The snappers actually patrol the shorelines. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's some snapping turtle love action right there. They made it night. All right, I think I got another one. I think that other one hit too. There's a lot of catfish here. Yep, there we go. Channel catfish. Not a bad one. I mean, it's the same size as all the others, but this place is full of channel cats. Use cut bait, you're almost guaranteed to get a couple every night. Channel catfish. No flatheads though. Another eater-sized channel cat. See ya. Just one big one. Or a flathead. I don't have a live bluegill, so I can't actually use the live bluegill. I don't know where you'd get one here. I don't think Merwin around here actually has live bluegill, but plenty of good size eater channels. And they are very, very much willing to bite. Probably get like 20 of them here a night or more. But most of them do bite in that hour after dark. You can see that fish really wants freedom. And it pulled my pole completely that way. But that's fine. It's not very big. I'll just pull it back. Yeah, it's a small one. I think smaller than the others, actually. But catfish are generally fairly strong. It's about the same size, actually. Maybe like a little bit smaller, but about the same size. This deep eddy here is quite good. I think they're all moving upstream to spawn or something like that. I don't even know if this is a spawning size catfish. But either way, it likes my bait. That's like the 9th or 10th one of the night. This gato fish wants to waddle to freedom. So we're gonna put it by the water and watch it waddle. There you go, gato fish. Okay, so this pool is full of eater-sized cats. In the hour after dark, they're all in that pool right there, the bend. And then like a little bit after dark, they seem to start coming into the stream. Cut bait works the best. The minnows I couldn't get to stay on the hook. They're a little small, although I do see some big ones down there. And the worms work as well, but cut bait is key here, small chunks. I have yet to see a grande catfish. Caught a lot of catfish tonight. Caught a carp at Stoughton. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell notifications button. Don't hesitate to ask me questions. And I hope to see you out fishing sometime.